Hello and welcome. I'm Arkayla, and what follows is the energies that we can expect through the coming weeks of February. This is a Pleiadian channel, and everything I share on this YouTube channel is to support you in coming into alignment with your true nature, your soul self. So if that is something that you are interested in, please make sure you subscribe. I will also be starting the Art of Alchemy series after the upcoming equinox in March. If you would like to learn more information about this, please sign up in the link below this video. I will now drop in with the Pleiadians. Dearest ones, it is a pleasure to connect with you at this time. We recognize that you are moving into a new energy. This month heralds the great change, where you as a collective will start to shift into new waves of vibrational energy that will support you all in different ways. However, the overarching desire of these energies that are coming in are, of course, to support you in coming into greater and greater alignment with your true nature. In order for this to happen, the energies that are coming in are going to bring with them many elements which we would like to share with you today, as you will start to observe them coming into your field over the next few weeks. The first one we wish to speak to is courage. For indeed, particularly for many of you here, courage is what you are waiting for. For indeed, many of you watching this video have the desire to be someone on some level that you are not yet, or rather have not yet been entirely comfortable with being. And so you have been awaiting courage to come forth within you to support your desire to make your true nature seen, not just by you, but by those around you. And this is where you have faced difficulties because you have felt diminished around your true nature. You have felt that those around you would not support, understand, or appreciate you truly stepping into your true nature. What we would say is that over the coming weeks, this will not matter so much to you. You will recognize that to be seen is not something people do for you. It is something you choose to create for yourself. When you choose to step into your true nature, irrespective of how it is perceived by those around you, you automatically allow yourself to be seen. Often, people get upset because they do not feel seen. What we would suggest is that in this scenario, you are the one not allowing yourself to be seen. For indeed, it is unavoidable for those around you to not see you when you allow yourself to be seen. And allowing oneself to be seen is really speaking to one allowing oneself to step into their own authenticity, to be unapologetically true to themselves, the outcome of which will vary depending on those around you, which is why feedback is not really relevant, because everyone around you will perceive you through their own lens of reality, through their own filter of what they believe or perceive is right or wrong according to their own sense of morality. Which is why we assure you that giving yourself permission to be seen is very much an inside job. For indeed, when you finally accept how you are and give yourself permission to share your true nature with those around you, with the world, so to speak. In that moment, you are essentially letting go of your need to be approved of. You are letting go of your need to receive feedback, because essentially you have chosen yourself over the thoughts and feelings of others. How selfish of you, one might say. And yet, it is you that has the freedom, just like every other being here in this collective, to choose to embrace themselves fully. And in so doing, as we have spoken on previously, in so doing, you start to explore, experience the sheer delight, the freedom of being you. And in that process, you will shed those around you who do not align, do not appreciate you. Because, as we have said, you have let go of the need for them to appreciate you, because your need to appreciate yourself has become paramount. And so, courage. This will be a very strong experience over the next few weeks. And for some of you, this will simply be an emerging of a desire that is so strong within you, you cannot suppress it. And this will be the courage coming up within you to be seen, heard, experienced in your true nature. For others of you, you will experience an interaction where there may be some sort of suppression that tries to take place. And in response, you will simply speak your truth or act in your truth. And this may be surprising for you, because in the past you would have submitted. However, the reaction will be so innate, automatic, it will be surprising to everyone involved. And this in and of itself will be an act of personal acceptance and therefore personal liberation. We wish to draw a line here for you to understand closely the link between self-acceptance and self-liberation, for indeed the two are one. And it is why so many in this current collective do not feel free. Because so many are caught up in the fear of what being themselves might create if they actually, truly allowed themselves, gave themselves permission to be true to their natures. The consequences of this is too fearful for them to comprehend, and therefore they turn away from their true nature. They turn away from themselves. They refuse themselves, and in so doing stay locked up in a world that is comfortable for those around them, but deeply uncomfortable for them. This is why they do not feel free. It has nothing to do with finance or abundance. It has everything to do with actually accepting oneself. We point out this correlation between financial abundance and freedom, for there is a significant misunderstanding around this in your collective, that one requires the other. This is far from true. You can see the most impoverished person feeling absolutely liberated and free, simply because they are living their lives to their fullest in accordance with who they truly are. And so we also speak this to dispel, for some of you watching this video, that your freedom requires finances. We would in fact say that once you give yourself true acceptance to be yourself, the abundance will flow from there. A chicken and egg, we believe it's called. And so we return to what else you might expect over the next few weeks. For indeed, courage is only one aspect of this experience. You will also find yourself being increasingly patient. We are reflecting and bringing to Arkela's attention something she listened to this morning. It was a Taoist teaching around Wu Wei, the way of water. This all manifested very perfectly because indeed this is one of the energies that is going to become more obvious to the collective in the coming weeks, particularly to those of you here, as you will have this context in mind. The way of water is the way of gentleness. It lies directly across from self-control. The way of water is around creating a relationship with oneself that allows for flow, that of course has a desire or an outcome, but leans towards that outcome in a way that flows, as opposed to desiring an outcome and seeking to employ control over oneself in order to arrive at that outcome. The way of water is the way of patience. It is the way of understanding that a mere drop of water continually placed on rock will create a dip, if not a ravine, in that rock over time. And yet water is so gentle, yet so incredibly powerful as to cut through rock when consistently applied. And we would say that this is one of the energies that will be coming through over the next few weeks: patience. For indeed, the way of water is the way of patience. It is the way of gentle patience. And we speak to this because at this time, particularly of the year, where many of you have made resolutions about what you wish to be, there is a sense of disappointment often in this month, as you may observe yourself slipping away from these newly made promises. However, we would say to you at this time, do not lose hope with yourself. Do not slip into frustration, judgment with yourself. Simply acknowledge that the road has always got bends, and that simply to flow round the bend as water does, to allow yourself to flow with what it is you are trying to create more of in your experience, to allow the desire that sparked it all in the first place to be the continual returning point. For to slip out of a new pattern is not disastrous when you simply return. And you can always return. And so trust the way of water, the way of flowing with your life, rather than feeling you must fulfill certain restrictions or certain rules you have implemented on yourself in order to achieve certain outcomes. We would suggest that you gently flow with what arises in you as you allow yourself to move towards your desired outcome. And so, beloved one, patience, self-acceptance in another way, is another aspect of what will come through this month. Another aspect that will be present in the collective very strongly is a concern around the future. For indeed, there are going to be many experiences that take place on the global stage, which can impact and create certain reactions in you as individuals as you perceive what plays out on a broader stage. And we would say to you this: stay connected to the light of your soul. Return back to the peace within you. Return back to that which shines through the core of who you are, to the divine light of your soul, the life force creator within you. You may observe the realities of the world, but when you return back to your heart, to your home, to you, observe your truth. For indeed, this world is filled with beautiful things. It is filled with humans doing wonderful things for one another. It is filled with so much beauty. And we do not just speak of nature. We speak of all the interactions we see between humans that are beautiful, that are not broadcasted. We see of the gentle uprising through the heart portal that is occurring. We see all the aspects of the rainbow. And we say to you this: return back to your heart and remember that in your heart you will always be met with love. And that is where the truth resides. And that all is flowing just as it should. Every single soul here is playing out far more than just one life experience. Remember, each of you is an infinite being. Each of you is experiencing karmic aspects of your reality being played out through new paradigms in order to assist you to come to new realizations, new conclusions, so that you might come into greater and greater alignment with your true nature. The journey for each soul on this path looks different in every single way to each other. But remember, there are so many different aspects of your reality. There is also the energy of the earth that is shifting in every moment. And each of you is powerfully connected to the energy of this earth. Indeed, in some countries where you see the most trauma being played out, you are also witnessing deep energetic transformation in the earth grid, in those cities. And the humans involved are part of the process of releasing that energy. We share this with you so that you are able to have a more multi-dimensional perspective. Do not take what you see on surface value. And we are not talking about whether it is true or not true. We are talking about the fact that behind every single life experience, there is a myriad of other factors taking place. There are generational factors, karmic factors, earth grid factors, to name but a few. And we do not say this to overwhelm you. We say this to remind you that the real truth for you lies only within your heart. For this is the portal. You are the portal to the creator force for your own life experience. And so the concept of truth is very particular to the soul, for it is seen through so many different perspectives. And as you come into greater and greater alignment with your soul self, with the life force creator, you begin to be released from all these different perspectives as to what is right, wrong, true, good, bad, as you come into the eternal peace that is the creative force that moves through you, that moves through every soul. And so we would say, be wary of what you decide to align with. Keep your attention focused on the light within you, for indeed here is the truth. The life force that breathes through life, that you will return to over and over again, that every single soul will return to over and over again. This beautiful planet, this beautiful collective are going through great change. And indeed, the journey is messy, but also beautiful in its messiness. Trust the light that moves through you. Trust the love that you are. And so, enjoy what will flow this month. Observe it through the lens of your beautiful soul. See everything through the perspective of a multi-dimensional being. And this does not mean that you need to understand everything. It does not mean that you need to have knowledge about why things are happening. It means that you live in trust of love. That all is truly well. In the one-to-one readings that we do with our Kayla, people bring certain experiences that they have had to our attention. And in these sessions, we are able to provide a multi-dimensional perspective. And in so doing, even the worst experiences, as they are often perceived, once put under the light of divinity, are given a depth that allows that individual to understand this experience from far more perspectives and see that every soul involved was manifesting from a certain perspective that was allowing expansion to occur. And though on the face of it, these experiences might seem to be even horrific at times, when looked at from a multi-dimensional perspective, there is much clarity, much love to be found in the perfection that is the human journey. Every single soul here made a courageous choice to be present on this planet at this time. Every single soul here knew what they were walking into and embraced it. Embraced all the shades of the experience that would play out for them, as well as those around them. For they understood that in the majesty of the millennia of experiences each of you have as souls, that this experience would be indeed potent, but also beautiful addition to the tapestry of your soul experience. So do not victimize yourself or others. Remember what a powerful soul you are, and sit in the grace of the light that you are, that flows through you. For indeed, in your grace, your beautiful, innocent grace, not only will you find peace, you will find acceptance and understanding. So if in doubt, go within. Focus your attention here. Place your hands here. And breathe. And remember, you are the portal through which love shines. We send you blessings for this month ahead. And we look forward to seeing how your courage, patience, and commitment to the light within you guides you on your journey. With much love.